Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson 777A here. Agenda here. We're going to go through something called Dark Winter. I've talked about it a couple times, but somebody has done some research, and I'm going to show you what they've come up with explaining this, because President-elect Biden has been using that term. We also are going to look at the charts for gold and silver and platinum and see where we're at in our performance and see if we think we're bottoming at this point or not. And then I also have a little video talking about my garden, as well as the turkey that I did this year, where I smoked it for a couple hours and then put it in the oven, and I'm telling you, it came out fantastic, and it's one of the turkeys that I grew. So that's the foreshadowing of what's in this presentation. And you never know, I might throw something else in the back, but that's the highlight. So let's talk about this dark winter. Sounds very ominous. And when I first started hearing about it, I think I was thinking that they thought that they were going to get us with some mutated COVID, but maybe it's going to be worse than that. Maybe, you know, some people were theorizing that we were going to be without power, but apparently this person did some research and they found out, and this is in the mostimportantnews.com. I found this actually linked onto Zero Edge if you want to go look for it, but apparently there was a simulation about using smallpox and how it would get out of control, and there'd be a huge amount of people that would be infected, and you know, way worse than what we've seen with COVID. And this would quickly get out of control and be a problem. But they were talking. I mean, Joe had talked about this multiple times, and I've heard it in other news agencies and such, that mainly YouTube world, talking about this particular thing. But I want you to be aware that even the COVID was foreshadowed, and several months later it actually occurred. So you never know. There's some dark forces operating in this world, and they sometimes they're letting the rest of their folks know what's coming. So I'm really hoping that you know, since you've been following my channel, you've been preparing. And seriously, I think, you know, if you haven't gotten some chickens, get some dang chickens, you know, so you'll have some eggs. You know, get stocked up on your feed. I've already told you that there's some hoarding and stuff because they're shutting down certain states for this already, for the COVID. And it's just, I got a feeling they're going to try to make this even worse than what they did last time. So we'll just see if there's a rebellion from this. But I want you to please try to do something. Try to get some kind of preparation in the event you're going to be sequestered and not be able to get out and get what you need, because it could be too risky. I don't know. Just something for you to be aware of. When I go look at the gold chart, we actually have, since this time period back in late 2018, when I said that it looked like we were at a significant bottom, and this is when I had started purchasing. But we noticed that there were other times when we started using this pitchfork chart where we came down and hit the 50-week moving average, and that was another buying period. And you can see how it came up significantly. Actually, in this case, that was the 100-week moving average. But we've, since that time, have hit the 50-week moving average twice. And so here's one right here in March when we had the significant, this was only like in one day that it happened. And then now we actually are hitting it right here at this point, but it was only temporary and then bounced back up on the bottom of the pitchfork. So I don't know that I would say that we're actually at a bottom, but man, we are getting really close if this pitchfork still is going to show us, you know, the path of what gold is doing. But this looks like a significant purchasing point that you could get into. I mean, what's the downside risk? There's really no way to know. I think it depends on who's going to be president. Everything I'm seeing, I think people are now realizing, the legislatures in these swing states are realizing that the election was corrupted, and they're probably going to do something at the Electoral College, and it's going to possibly put Trump in. There's no way to really know. We're not the people behind the curtains, but so far, What's the media's batting average? It's 0. They have not been right on any of the stuff that's happened during the whole Trump presidency. So I'm going to go with that average, that they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and that Biden is not going to be the president. But that's my 2 cents. So anyways, I would say we are dang close to a bottom on here. This 50-week moving average, this dark blue line, looks like, the point where it's going to bounce off of here. In fact, it kind of did today, and it came back up. We'll have to see if that holds and keeps continuing. But we could get when it happened here, we had a tremendous jump in a very short amount of time, and that could happen again and put us right back on the trend line, where we're going to get to about, let's say 1950 range by the end of the year. But it could be as high as, you can see up here, 2055 for gold. Now let's look at silver. So silver looks like a bottom is in at 22.644 or 646 right here. It looks like it's bounced off of this a couple times. It came down just slightly below it, but for instantaneous, and came back up. So right in this range over here, it looks like silver is kind of bottomed out. But you can see where it was before. We've stepped up into a new range, and I'm thinking at some point we're going to see this come back up again. Now, what surprised me today when I looked at platinum, and I've been just kind of looking at these particular peaks here. We had busted out for a short period of time, but these particular peaks look like the upper limit, and then down here is the lower limit. This could move around a little bit, but platinum is heading towards the upper limit again. We're at 969, so it's actually performing a little better than gold and silver for this time period. It's actually got a nice potential breakout that's going to occur. We'll see if it keeps going or gets held off. So anyways, that's kind of it. Tomorrow I might do a live report if I have time, and catch you up on the miners and everything to see where we're at. But again, I think this is all just kind of noise right now, because we got to wait to see how the election settles out. And I did a very detailed, we'll just say, chalk talk in my live stream yesterday. So if you want to hear more about the election, go to the live stream, because I covered all of that. I thought we should go look at some of the prices of the metals and see what the premiums and everything are going for right now. So I'm on this findbullionprices.com. I've showed this multiple times. I'm looking for, 1 ounce. In fact, let's do this. 1 ounce gold coins. Gold Eagle, random year. So it looks like 3.5% premium, 4.8, 4.9, basically 5% premium. Gainesville coins is not optimal. JM Bullion's probably better. Bullion Exchanges is probably good. You'll have to go in and look at a couple of these. So this one has the lowest one. Let's just go see if these are readily in stock, because that's what we run into a lot of times. It says in stock, and so you're going to get 1852 for a checker wire. I have to go back and look to see what their shipping costs and everything, if you buy a certain amount, if it's free or not. All right, so let's look at silver. American Silver Eagle, 1 ounce random year. SD Bullions got a 14% premium. These have come down quite a bit, and this is getting closer to normal. So that means that prices were out of whack and people just weren't buying, and the tills might be filling back up again. So anyways, we're at $25 an ounce for SD Bullion, 26 actually. That's a $3 premium. And so, SD Bullion, we've talked about silver, gold bull before. JM Bullion's way down here. They got a little higher premium than some of the other ones. APMEX is kind of out of whack. Let's see if these are actually in stock. I'll tell you, this is one of the things you got to be careful of. You'll have to go through this and actually see if the things are in stock. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It looks like it's taking the order, so I don't know. I don't know what their minimums are. I have to go look at my spreadsheet to find out. But anyways, that's silver. Wow, took a quick look at platinum random years. It has got a huge premium right now, 26% to 36%. So platinum's hot right now, up to $1,232 to $1,333 to try to buy platinum. So it's really getting difficult to find right now. All
All right, I'm going to show you how to do a Thanksgiving turkey. This thing had thawed out a couple days ago, and last night I seasoned it with Tucson garlic. I think you can get this at Sam's Club. I use this for chicken and other things. This is a fantastic seasoning. You can't believe how good this smells. But this is called dry brining. You do it the night before. You season it like I did it yesterday afternoon, and then we stuck it in the fridge. I just covered it with the, plastic wrap, and now I'm taking it out. I'm going to go stick it into the smoker for a couple hours, and I'm going to finish it in the oven. But I just want to give a little bit of smoke flavor, and it's only the charcoal. I'm probably not going to use any wood. I might use a little bit of cherry wood. That's about it. But I wanted you to see how you do this. And you put the seasoning on the inside, you put it on the outside, and kind of rub it all around. I'm telling you, this just smells fantastic. Usually 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I start practicing on turkeys with those 50 cent a pound turkeys that you get. You spend 25 bucks and you get them 50 cents a pound. And so I've got my recipe nailed down again. But this was a turkey that I grew in my backyard. I grew it 2 months here, and then I finished them off at my friend's house, who has a much bigger property. And so we had 12 turkeys, and this is a 19 pounder. So anyways, let's get over to the smoker. All right, so here's my smoker. This is like a double chamber. You have one for the firebox over here, and then you have one for your whatever you're smoking. And I've got trays that I can put in there if I'm doing a bunch of chicken and sausages and everything. But this is my 19-pound turkey now, and this sucker is going to take 2 hours out on the smoker, and then probably about 3 in the oven to finish it off. But I'm just using charcoal today. I found that sometimes the wood flavoring can be just a little bit overpowering, so I just want just a little bit of smoke. I may only do an hour smoke. I'm going to look at it and see. But anyways, we're going to get 1 to 2 hours in the smoker, and then we're going to go in and finish it off. And that way you can control the temperature a lot better in the oven. But anyways, that's what this looks like. I haven't done a tour of the garden in a long time, but anyways, things are coming along, and I'm about ready to plant my garlic now. I'm late planting my garlic, and my onions are on the way, so I got to start finishing the rest of these beds and get them ready. But this is the Egyptian walking onions that I've been using for chives. I just come out here and cut the heads off, these green leaves, and I use them in my eggs and everything else. They're fantastic. Over here, you might recognize this. First time I've ever grown this. But I got celery in here, and the celery seems to be doing very well. But I got to do some weeding and everything. I got a few other things growing in here, looks like. My peppers, I got to come pick some more peppers. I've been filling up jar after jar after jar of pepper, but it looks like we're starting to get into super cold weather now. This is Thanksgiving Day, folks. I'm giving you a tour of my garden. So I got red leaf lettuce right here. I got bib, and I got kale. Kale looks really good. In fact, we're going to pull salad out of here for lunch today. And then here's collards. Collards are looking really good. And then, what did I plant over here? It's been so long I can't remember. It kind of looks like possibly broccoli. That might be what that is. You can see my strawberries are starting to die back because it's been cold. My marigolds are starting to go, so I'll probably pull them all out. I did get some green beans trying to come back again, but I need to get out here and get the rest of these peppers out, so I got to go grab a jar because this is basically done at this point. Go ahead and pull them out. Get everything ready for onions. I got 2 beds over here that I'm going to rototill today, and get one. I'm going to plant my garlic, and then the other one is going to be prepared for onions. And I got a butterfly bush that fell over this year. It got so top heavy it just fell over, so I got to cut that out and plant something else. But you can see everything's starting to die, so I need to trim these back and get them ready for next year. Those were my Rose of Sharon. Getting enough cold weather that everything's just kind of going dormant now. My mums, these didn't quite make it because I never got them in the ground. But anyways, everything's starting to go dormant. My hostas back there, gone down. So this is where we kind of just go into a really quiet zone. My azaleas need to be sprayed with some copper. Anyways, let me get to work. I got to go pick some peppers.
I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless.
Go potty. Go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? Here we go bye-bye. Go bye-bye? Yeah, all right. You going to get in the car? We're not quite ready. I'm almost ready. You almost ready? Okay.